What's up, everybody? Man, blended and winning. We back at it again. My name is Joaquin Loper, and as always, this is my beautiful wife, Stacy Loper,
Hey y'all.
and we are blended and winning.
And so are you.
Man, we are back for the third week with the series titled Steady Love. Steady Love. First of all, let me touch on something. Man, we finally moved into our house last week. Woo! Man, I never knew. This is my first time ever moving a complete house and doing it by movers and everything. Man, this has been a strenuous task, especially me driving back and forth.
Yeah.
Man, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful seeing the kids getting settled in to a new place. Beautiful seeing my wife happy. And it's even more beautiful seeing God grow us to a whole nother level. So and that's something we're going to speak on today, dealing with steady love. But first of all, man, let's go to our music. You want to go to our music?
Let's go to music.
Right, we're going to go to our music, which we've been playing for a few weeks now. And you all know the song, Steady Love, India Ari. We're hitting the last verse, and we'll listen to it real close, okay? You ready, babe?
Steady love, hey, ooh, steady love. He's a good father, he's a good cook. He loves his basketball, and he loves a good book. I'll tell you how I know he's the perfect one for me. 'Cause he's a warrior in the streets, but he's a king in the sheets. He's giving me love so steady. He touches my heart, now I'm ready. He touches my soul and my spirit. He's giving me.
All right. Y'all heard the last verse. We're going to touch on a few of those things. Some of those things we're going to save for a whole nother topic for another day. But one thing I get out of this song is throughout the entire song, there's growth. There's growth in their relationship. There's growth in life. And even though she's talking about him, I'm going to be referring to my wife as well. This is not a one-sided thing. So once again, we're coming to you today talking about growth in a marriage, growth in a relationship, and growth in yourself as an individual. Okay, you can't grow as a marriage couple if you're not growing individually. All right, so I'm gonna let my wife do what she do.
So the song, talks about that steady love. How he's a great father, he's a great cook, and he loves his sports, but he also loves a good book. And how he's just it talks about him being a well-rounded man, and just like he said, this is not one-sided. It goes both ways on, how you grow, how you're strengthened in your marriage, and how your husband speaks life to you, and how he gives you, that voice when you don't feel like your voice is being heard, and how he supports you and backs you in those things that you want to do and you want to excel in, and the different changes, the stages that you're going to go through in life. Man, that's what steady love is all about. It's about being there for your spouse and understanding them and truly, truly taking the time to understand them. Truly listening to them and not listening to them just so you can respond, but truly listening to their heart to understand what it is their desires are. Where do they want to take you and the family? And it's just so important to have that growth, that maturity in every aspect of your life, especially in that marriage when you're trying to build your empire together, when you're trying to leave that legacy behind. It is so imperative that even the mixtures and the differences that you share and the things that make you who you are combined. And when they come together, they explode into this magnificent power couple and thing that you both have going on, because it's not just about you anymore, man. It's now about you two as a couple and taking that thing to the next level.
What she said. I go back to the beginning of our marriage, and I remember the night. I think I've told the story before, and I'll tell it many more times again. The night I proposed to my wife, Well, that night, I remember we were in New York, and I remember going to the restroom, and I remember getting on my knees praying, and I asked God, I said, God, I need you to prepare me for the road that's ahead of me. I need you to prepare me to be the man of God, to be the husband that this young lady needs. And I meant that. And I didn't want to wait till I was married after saying the vow to start working on me or working on my marriage. I had to start then. Really should start a long time before. However, I started then, and God didn't fail. He did not fail me, which he never does. God started showing me people and things I need to stay away from. And in order to grow, you have to get the things out of your way that are hindering you from growing, even if that means people.
Yeah.
It's just like gardening. I'm a good old country boy, Decatur, Mississippi, born and raised. When we were gardening, you have to go out there and you have to weed the weeds out, because if it doesn't, it's going to overtake the product and it's going to smother the product. You don't get no kind of growth. You have to get those things out of your life that are hindering you. And those things inside of you too. There's spiritual things that are hindering you, as well as physical things that are hindering you. So you have to keep that into consideration. And that's why it's so important to, when you marry the person or choose the person that you're going to marry, that they're going to be strong enough to handle everything that comes with you. It's more than just about beauty. It's more than just about looks or how fine he is or how fine she is. Man, that person being so fine doesn't mean nothing when the light's about to be turned off. She's not so fine when, she's not stroking your ego the way you need to be stroked. So you gotta think about those things. My wife has had 4 beautiful kids for us, and I love her for that. I can never repay her for that. Anything she wants, I'm gonna try to get her, as long as it's in God's will and God's plan. But that's where the growth comes in at.
Yeah.
There are things that I do things for my wife and this family that most men will say I'm not doing. I'm the husband. I'm not doing.
But you got to talk about how you had to grow to that.
Oh yes.
I mean, because there were times. Yeah, he ain't always been, whatever my wife wants. I'm like, oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. He has not always been that man that whatever my wife wants, she gets. No. By no means has he been that.
I got the bills paid.
Exactly. He got the bills paid, but that was his focus. It was getting the bills paid. It was, we don't need this. We don't need to do this. It wasn't having a quality of life. We worked so hard, and it was always about making sure we got the bills paid, making sure we had money in the bank, that, we wouldn't go broke. And we've had our financial burdens. We've had our times where we struggled, but he had to grow to that point to where, when I say, baby, I really want this, we worked really hard for it, we deserve stuff like this, for him to truly say, baby, you're right, we do. Yeah. And I shouldn't limit us to, to those things. I'm going to tell you, I will spend. I will. And I've had to grow from that as well.
Oh, it is.
I've had to truly understand, some of these things I don't need. They're things. They are things. These are materials things I don't need. So he has truly helped me grow in that area. But we've evolved to that. We've developed and we've grown into being those people that now we look at it and we say, you know what, that can wait a year or two. We can let's do this first. Let's plan this thing out and let's look at the process. And sometimes it may come a little bit sooner than we expected.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it's because of the blessings of God that he has on our marriage, on us as individuals. I mean, it does. We had to grow to this point, to where we are at this point. Definitely.
Yes, we have. And when she brought up something that made me think about, when you get married to someone, you have to grow out of your family traditions.
Yeah. Start your own.
Yes, your family traditions are no longer about you. Now the family tradition is about this family. Mm-hmm. Now you can take from both sides the good things from both family traditions and blend them into what you're going to make your family traditions out of. Yep. But there is no reason that it should be just, this is what my family has always done. This is what my family has always done. Mm-hmm. That's not balance.
Yeah.
That's not balance, because I may not like some of the things her family has done. She may not like some of the things my family has done. So we have to come to a happy medium and say, this is what we're going to make our family tradition.
Yeah, Christmas was one of those situations where we really had to have a real conversation about, look, you know, your family thing, my family thing, you know, how about we take some pieces from that and start our own, build our own, let's do this thing together. That was definitely a sit-down conversation that we had to have because it was so different.
It was.
It was very different, and I mean, like night and day different.
Literally.
And we had to sit down and have a conversation about that, about starting what was going to be best for our family. And you have to have those conversations because, like he said, it can't always be we go with your family or we go with my family. It's, you know what, let's start something together. And sometimes it's very hard, especially when you have a family-oriented individual that you're marrying or that you're coming into, and we were both that. We were both all about family.
Yes.
I'm telling you, sometimes that has to be broken down completely and started from a foundation that you're building together to truly bring that all back to where you need it to be for your family.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it came with a lot of prayer, fasting, and supplication.
Yeah.
I'm going to just be honest with you. We did a lot of fasting to ask God what was good for us, to take the things out of us, because there was a lot of brokenness about certain holidays that I did not like because of what I experienced growing up. And I did not realize that unintentionally I was forcing that on my kids, my brokenness on them. And it was one particular Christmas that my wife said, you know, we're doing this. And she said, we're doing this, and she wouldn't back down. And I'm going to tell you, the smile and the reaction from my kids made me cry. Because I'm like, I've been holding my kids back from that because of what I went through.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I asked my wife for forgiveness. I asked God for forgiveness. I asked my kids for forgiveness. They 2 and 5, they don't even know what forgiveness is. They like, okay, Daddy, we forgive. I'm not sure happy.
And it was a paradigm shift. It was true. That Christmas was definitely a paradigm shift for our marriage. Not for just us as individuals, but for our marriage. That was a paradigm shift for us. It completely changed. It completely changed some things about our marriage.
Yeah. And that's why you have to have those people in your life that are speaking into your life. Growth means you can take advice from others, experience from others, and learn from it. Not so you have to go through it yourself. Yeah. Man, the people that speak into our life, I thank you. I thank you. If you're watching this video or when you watch it, thank you. I know I've told you several times before. I can never tell you enough. Thank you. I can name, but I don't have time for all the names we can think right now. Yeah. But man, Steady Love. Steady Love. She talked about being a great cook, being a great father, and loving his sports, and a good book. What she told you in there was balance. There's not too much of anything. Right. I necessarily didn't like reading. My wife has made me love reading. Because going through our hardest times in marriage, some of the books that we read brought us through some of the toughest times of our marriage because it made you reflect on who you were. Some of the things I used to read when we were going through our hardest times convicted me. It really brought some things out of me that, you know, I know shouldn't have been there. And it made me look at myself in a different light, and it made me look at my wife in a different light. And from that point on, I try to read a book continuously every month. Now, I've been slacking in the last couple of months. I'm not even going to lie. There's been a lot going on. No excuses. But I have been reading, but I can't wait to get back to my next book. And I love to watch my kids see us read. Because guess what they do? They get a book and they sit down in front of us and start reading. So everything that you emulate as you grow is going to help not only you. It's going to help your family, your kids, people that are watching you. Yeah. And man, we thank God for everybody that watches us. And whether you reply, whether you share, whether you like it or not, thank you for watching us and thank you for listening to us because everything that we're giving you is coming from God. This is not about us. Once again, I'm going to say that every time, every video, this is not about us.
Yeah. We're very transparent, yet God gives us exactly what he needs his people to hear.
Yes.
Because it's about growing. It's about creating that balance for you. And it's about really trusting God in what it is you're doing, trusting God in your marriage, no matter how bad it may look, no matter if you can see the forest for the trees. It's about truly trusting God. And I tell you, it has been a trust in God and a faith that we have truly stood on, especially the last when I say 5 to 7 years of our marriage.
Oh.
Yeah, the last 5 to 7 years of our, it has been nothing but a faith walk in this marriage.
Yeah.
And it has truly been faith and trust and believing that God's word would not return void. It would not return void, and it hasn't. It hasn't. And so I encourage anyone who's watching, just stand on his word.
Yes.
And you stand so firm on his word that you know when you take that step, he is there to catch you.
Yes.
That he is there to put all of the pieces together, that he is there to make that step that you can't see, that it's there. It's there. You got to trust it that much. You got to have that much faith in knowing his word is not going to return to me void. This is what he said he was going to do for me, and he's going to do it.
I totally agree. Man, we could not have done this without God. And I guarantee you, when you allow God into your life and into your marriage and into every other aspect of your life, man, it only gets better.
Yeah.
It only gets better. And I'm going to tell you something. Trusting God is truly a faith walk. It's truly a faith move, because there are going to be some things that you're going to be asked to do by Holy Spirit that are going to not seem... This is out of place.
Yeah.
This is out of timing. I don't know why you have me doing this. But I just told my wife the other day, I said, it's amazing looking back at our life, is how it's like a spider web. If you look at a finished spider web, you never know where it started. But you never know where it crossed. You never know where it zigged. You never know where it zagged. But it all comes out to be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful project.
Mm-hmm.
And everything works together for the good of those who serve God.
Who love the Lord and who are called according to his purpose.
According to his purpose.
Yes.
Now look. We're sitting on our back deck. If you're wondering about the lighting, we're sitting on our back deck and we have a light shining at us.
Yes.
And you see the trees behind us. Man, we're sitting here and we're just thanking God for our new home to live for however long it may be.
Yeah.
Whether God moves us in a year or 5 years.
Right.
Man, we're just thanking God for where we are now. And growth. Growth with your wife is about, you may not have all the material things you want in the beginning. You may not have all the spiritual things you want in the beginning, but it's about growing together.
Yeah.
I used to dream about houses like this when I was little, but I was afraid to go get it because I was afraid of failure. Things that I could control myself, I could achieve.
Mm-hmm.
This woman right here has helped me grow to be a better father, a better man, a better provider, because all I want to do is make her happy, make our kids happy, and be the best father God wants me to be. Be the best godly man I want us to be.
He's so sweet.
But anyway, I truly thank God for her because she recognized, I'm not going to say she recognized my purpose before I could recognize it, but she saw the potential in me even when I was afraid to scratch that surface. Because I want to stay, in that safe zone and comfortable.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man, my wife has pushed me to a whole nother level, and now I tell God all the time, I want everything you have for us. Because it's not about things anymore. It's about everything we do is about a blessing to others.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
all it is.
Absolutely.
It's not about a car. It's not about a house. It's not about clothes. All that stuff is going to stay here when we're gone anyway.
Yeah.
But whose lives are we going to impact?
Yeah.
So that's what I want to tell you, baby. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being that thorn in my side.
Absolutely.
That helped me grow to be a better man.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. It has
pray.
been great.
I pray that I've been a growth to you in many areas.
Definitely, you have.
Couldn't find the right word.
Yeah.
Dealing with my wife is kind of tricky. Once again, we apologize about the shadows and everything. We're sitting on our back deck. We kind of waited late, but beautiful night.
Mm-hmm.
Trees in the background, deers walking around in the background. You all can't wait till y'all come see this. All right, but I'm gonna let my wife finish this up, and we're gonna close it out.
No, we just want to make sure that that we're blessing you, that you can see and that you can hear the sincerity in in our voices and in the words that we speak. Just encouraging you to just trust God, to stand on His word, and
Don't give up.
Our transparency. Hopefully, that helps you walk through some aspect of your life and know that it's gonna be okay, that you're gonna make it through it, that man, just turn to God.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I can't tell you enough to just turn to God, because He has the final say so, not man, nothing else that goes on around you. I mean, we have more stories to come about the things that have transpired just over the last month since we, made the change. And God just wants to know that you trust Him,
Yes.
that you truly trust Him. It's
Yes.
like, wow, He will blow your mind. When I tell you He will blow your mind, He'll blow your mind. And He has things in store for you that, like the word says, eyes have not seen, ears hadn't heard, and you can't even begin to imagine what He has in store for you. So
fortunately and unfortunately, we have some big news for you all about the next segment. And I want to tell you something. My wife isn't she beautiful? Even in the lighting, the light just hits a different way. I'm trying to see if a light hit me this way, and it just won't hit me. Man, she's beautiful. I think I'm finna start an argument. Y'all remember from the last segment? I'm finna start an argument.
Don't start with me tonight.
It's on.
Anyway.
But anyway, look, we love you all with the love of Christ. Once again, I'm Joaquin Loper, and this is my beautiful, beautiful wife, Stacy Loper. And we are blended and winning.
And so are you.
So till next time, I know it's like a little freak thing we got going on with the light. But like I said, we were just out back chilling, thinking about you all, and said, look, let's touch the people. So once again, once you listen to this, please share it.
Yeah.
If you know someone that this may bless, please be a blessing to them. Share it and allow God to continue to work through your life.
Yeah.
And allow God to continue to work through your marriage and work in your marriage and in your family.
Yes.
So we pray blessings to everyone out there. If you don't have a good church home, find one.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't given your life to Christ, give your life to Christ. Yes. We're not trying to force anything on anyone. But I promise you, this is truly what made us better individuals.
Yeah.
Made our marriage better, made our family better, even made our workplace better.
Yeah.
So once again, we're out. Blended and winning. And here it is, a little India Ari. Going out. We'll talk to y'all next time, okay?
He's giving me love.
Bye now.
So steady.
Just pretty. She's so pretty.
Touches my soul and my spirit.
As my grandfather said, I couldn't have chose better. Could not have chosen better. See y'all later, okay? Love you.
Bye.
Peace.